17 of the most chilling predictions The Simpsons made for 2025. Either The Simpsons is the luckiest show on Earth, or it's been quietly predicting the future for decades. This is just a goofy cartoon about a yellow family in Springfield, right? But then the years roll by, and suddenly you realize, oh wait, that silly gag about a video call? Now it's FaceTime. That joke about a businessman running for president? That literally happened. And the scary part? The list doesn't stop there. Now it's 2025 and people have started digging back into the show. And the question is, what's next? What's about to jump from cartoon into real life? Today, we're counting down 17 of the most chilling predictions The Simpsons made for 2025. And if even half of these land, this year is going to get weird. 17. Humanity's first steps on Mars. It starts off light. Lisa signs up to be part of the first mission to settle Mars. At first, it's played for laughs. Sibling drama, settlers bickering over chores, Homer trying to sneak junk food aboard the rocket. Classic Springfield chaos, but here's where it hits a nerve. In the real world, Elon Musk has flat out said he wants humans on Mars by the mid-2020s. And in 2025, SpaceX will be closer than ever. We've got massive rockets already testing, astronauts in training, and serious conversations about what living on Mars would even look like. The Simpsons played it as satire. Humans aren't ready for Mars because humans can't even handle Earth. But isn't that exactly the question we're asking now? 16. The Pope's final days? This one's quick, almost like the writers tried to hide it. A gravestone flashes on screen, displaying a date that suggests the Pope's death in 2025. Now, was that just a random gag? Maybe. But here's the eerie coincidence. Pope Francis has had several health scares. He's been hospitalized more than once. And Vatican insiders have quietly started preparing for what comes after his papacy. If this one happens, it won't just be news. It'll cement the idea that The Simpsons isn't just a show. It'll feel like prophecy. 15. The zombie outbreak nobody saw coming. The Treehouse of Horror once depicted Springfield turning into zombies due to fast food burgers. It's silly. Homer chomping down on tainted patties while everyone else becomes the undead. But under the comedy is a sharp truth. Consumerism is making us mindless. In 2025, look around, AI-driven apps delivering food nonstop, processed meals dominating diets, and experimental lab meat raising health questions. No, we're not literally turning into zombies. But when you watch crowds glued to screens, chasing the next trend like it's oxygen, you start to wonder if The Simpsons was warning us in its own way. 14. AI becomes our boss. In one episode, Homer's replaced at the power plant by an AI system. Everyone laughs until the AI proves way more efficient than humans. Now cut to 2025. Companies everywhere are rolling out AI tools that don't just assist workers, they replace them. Customer service, automated. News writing, automated. Even parts of healthcare and law are being tested with AI replacements. The Simpsons once made it look absurd. What if a robot could do Homer's job? But now millions are asking the same real question. What if a robot could do mine? 13. The global heat wave. In another storyline, Springfield experiences record-breaking heat, with the sun literally looking closer and closer in the sky. Sounds like cartoon exaggeration, right? Climate scientists have been warning us that 2025 may hit global temperature records that we've never seen in human history. We're talking killer heat waves, water shortages, and massive wildfires. The Simpsons made it funny. Residents fanning themselves while ice cream melts instantly on the sidewalk. But the reality? It's not funny at all. And we might be stepping right into it this year. 12. A political wild card. Remember when the show casually joked about a businessman with zero political experience becoming president? People laughed until it wasn't a joke anymore. Now, in 2025, the prediction goes further. In one scene, Springfield votes in a total outsider candidate who wins not by policies, but by sheer popularity and showmanship. Sound familiar? With US elections looming, that kind of outsider energy feels eerily possible again. The Simpsons wasn't making a prediction. it was making fun of us. And yet, here we are. 11. The celebrity meltdown. Krusty the Clown once had a breakdown in public, live on air as cameras rolled and the whole world watched. In 2025, with social media and live streams, that's basically our new normal. Every week, some celebrity or influencer has a very public crash. And the scary part? The Simpsons showed not just the breakdown itself, but the spectacle, the way fans, networks, and media all feed off the chaos like vultures. It's funny on screen, but in real life, it feels uncomfortably cruel. 10. The fake news war. In one episode, Springfield is flooded with wild rumors and fake headlines to the point where nobody can tell what's true anymore. Sound familiar? Now in 2025, deep fakes, AI-generated news anchors, and social media echo chambers have made it nearly impossible to separate fact from fiction. The Simpsons called it years ago. When lies spread faster than truth, society itself becomes a cartoon. 9. The stock market collapse. Homer once invested in a ridiculous scheme that seemed unstoppable until it all came crashing down. In 2025, economists are warning about bubbles in tech, AI, and crypto. Too much hype, not enough stability. The Simpsons exaggerated it for laughs, but the real version could mean millions losing savings in the blink of an eye. 8. The Robot Rebellion. Another Halloween gag showed Springfield overrun by robots who finally got tired of serving humans. And here in 2025, with autonomous drones, AI weapons, and robots in everyday jobs, the thought doesn't seem so silly anymore. The Simpsons was joking about machines revolting, but the question is, if we keep pushing AI further, what happens when machines stop listening? 7. Big Brother Springfield. In one episode, Springfield installs massive surveillance systems to keep everyone safe. Naturally, chaos follows. Now think about our world. Smart cameras, biometric scanners, facial recognition, it's already here. In 2025, governments and corporations are rolling out even more. The Simpsons made it a comedy, but the real version is raising serious questions about privacy, freedom, and control. 6. The return of a global pandemic. There's an episode where Springfield is struck by a mysterious flu that spreads like wildfire. Sound familiar? After what we all lived through, the idea of another outbreak feels terrifyingly real. Scientists are warning that 2025 could bring new variants or even new viruses entirely. The Simpsons was joking about townsfolk panicking, but we know now just how close that cartoon came to reality. 5. The Great Power Outage. In one storyline, the entire town loses electricity for days, and society collapses into chaos almost instantly. With cyber attacks on the rise and power grids vulnerable, experts have warned that 2025 could see massive outages that aren't just inconvenient. They could paralyze entire regions. The Simpsons showed Springfield falling apart in hours. The real version could be even worse. 4. The floods. In a surreal episode, Springfield literally sinks underwater after extreme flooding. At the time, it seemed absurd. But in 2025, rising seas and record storms are already forcing some coastal towns to evacuate. If a city suddenly became unlivable, the Simpsons joke wouldn't be funny anymore, it would be breaking news. 3. The energy collapse. Springfield once faced an energy crisis when the power plant shut down. The whole town was left desperate and scrambling. Now, look at 2025. Energy shortages, supply chain issues, wars disrupting fuel. The threat is real. What happens when the systems we depend on suddenly fail? The Simpsons may have been joking, but the reality is scarier. Second World War. This one's the darkest. A Simpsons episode hinted at global superpowers colliding in ways that spiral out of control. In 2025, with tensions already high between nations, some fear a new world conflict could be closer than we think. The Simpsons exaggerated it. But when you look at headlines, you can't help but shiver. 1. The final Simpsons prediction. The most unsettling of all, the show once joked about its own ending, that The Simpsons itself would predict the end of everything. Now in 2025, people are asking, if the show has been right this many times, what if it's hinting at something bigger? Not just funny gags, but a countdown to something we haven't seen yet. It's just a cartoon, right? So there it is. 17 predictions from The Simpsons that might hit us in 2025. Some sound ridiculous, some sounds way too close for comfort. But here's the question I'll leave you with. After 3 decades of accidentally predicting the future, are we still just laughing at a cartoon? Or are we watching the strangest fortune teller in history?